Good afternoon, everyone. Right, time to introduce a new project. This is my 98 Suzuki GSXR 750 SRAD in pieces. Bought it about 4 weeks ago. I think I paid a fair price for it. 12 months MOT, ready to ride. Got it home. Wasn't the case. Got it home, got it taxed, MOT'd. So I got it taxed and insured, and then decided to go for a ride on it. And first of all, I had a flat battery, and then it wouldn't start. Sorry, get my words back to front. I had a flat tire, and it wouldn't start. So that was what kicked it all off, really. That was the beginning of the bad news. Inflated the tyre, got the battery charged, took it for a ride, it broke down. Basically, it wasn't charging the battery. So I had to be rescued by my dad. And then, yeah, 3 weeks later, this is where I am. So I've decided to basically go all out, strip it apart, fix what needs fixing, clean it, make it as good as new. So I'm just going to do a quick introduction to the project, talk about what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, and then this will be a short video just with a lot of talking, and then future videos will show more detail of what I'm doing. So starting at the front, the tyres are bad, the wheels are bad, the forks were alright, but I've had service the forks. The exhaust was rusty. The airbox was full of oil, where I think it's been laid on its side, which it definitely has been on its side, because you can tell from the crash bungs. It's been on its side. Oil's got into the airbox, I believe. Flooded the airbox with oil. It was full of dirt. The air filter was 10 years old, I know that because it had a date on it. When it had its MOT, supposedly they changed the oil. It's got a new oil filter on it. The coolant is in okay condition. So I've changed it. I've done the plugs. I've done the air filter. The brakes were serviced, but the brakes are atrocious. So I'm just going to walk around the garage, show you what I've bought so far. Try and tell you what I've done, what I'm going to do. And then hopefully if you're interested, you can stay tuned for the future. So over here, I've cleaned the headset. That's all going to go back together. That was all in good condition. I bought the wrong brakes or the right brakes, depending on what mood I'm in. So I'm taking these are, according to the experts on the internet, bad. Just not a good 6-pot caliper. Oops. And I've seen people on other YouTube channels, they've bled them, pads, serviced them, and still crap. So I thought, I'm not going to waste time. So they're not going back on. Hopefully I'm going to reuse the breaded lines. These are the wrong, I bought the wrong ones, but I'm going to stick with my mistake. These are off of 2002 GSXR 600, but the mounting is wrong. These bolts are wrong. So I'm actually going to design on CAD a bracket, print it off in 3D, prove that it works, and then hopefully it'll work. We've got a CNC miller. We can get some aluminium and machine a custom bracket to bolt these to the upside down forks. And these are just a standard generic 4-pot caliper. I'm going to get some the EBC HH pads, sintered pads that are meant to be really good. So then that should be, front brake should be as good as they need to be. We've got forks in pieces. I've got all new bushes and seals for those. I've got new oil for those. They've drained all over the floor, but I'm gonna strip them down, completely strip them down, get that on video, clean them, rebuild those, just totally standard. Up here we have the stanchions that are in good condition. These have been shot blast, and this one has been no, this one's just been shot blast. I need to go back and polish the chrome. The chrome's a little bit pitted right at the bottom, so I need to polish that. This one has been repaired by my dad. I'll probably do a more in-depth video on this one, but the aluminium was all knackered and someone had bodged the hell out of it, so I've rewelded that, made it as good as new. So I'll show you that later on in another video. Put them back up there, really careful. So forks gonna get rebuilt, be as good as new. New brakes. We have powder coated wheels, and we have Bridgestone S21 tyres. I wanted S22s, but they didn't have any in stock, and these are probably way better tyres than I'll ever need. So they look pretty sweet. Come out carefully. So that's the wheels and tyres. I've got all new bearings and seals on the way for those. They still need balancing. Here we have the old rusty exhaust, which has been an absolute nightmare to get off. Really. Anyway, this is the nice new exhaust. This is off. This is a titanium exhaust off of a 2004 GSXR 1000. It's meant to fit. I think a 2005 is meant to fit, so this is technically the wrong year. But it seems to line up pretty good. I'm just worried. I'm worried that it's going to rub on the fairing at the bottom. But anyway, it needs. I've just washed that with acid, with some bleach with acid in, and it looks amazing. I've ordered some material. I'm gonna have to do a homemade link pipe, and I've ordered a cheap Chinese can that I'm gonna fabricate a bracket for. Hopefully that'll look all nice and neat. Loads of bits on the floor here. When the bike was dropped, all of this was broken. These tabs are broken, so that needs alley welding. That's going to be fun. This is a little bit broken. This is the headlight. That needs a bit of a repair job. The rear seat cover seat needs recovering ideally, but we'll see what we can do with that. Got some bits here that need painting. They've been shot blast. They're going to get painted, put back on. All the fairings need cleaning, proper scrubbing and then polishing. I'll clean all those up. The front fairing needs a good polish, needs a good clean. Side panels need a good clean. That needs a good clean and a good polish. The bike, what am I doing here? The back end, the rear brake is going to stay. The chain and sprockets are okay for now. The rear shock is okay for now. That's all going to stay. Just give it everything a right good clean. I've already cleaned it once, but I'm going to clean it again. The reason it wasn't charging was the rectifier. It had totally melted all the plugs. All the plugs had melted. So I've gone in. These are wires from the stator. I've used a crimp connection, which hopefully will be okay, to some good wires. And then these are XT60 connectors, for those who know. from remote control cars, remote control planes. These are high amp connectors, so these should last forever. The wires are a little bit long, but it's all going to get tucked in and be nice and neat. It's a crazy how hot this gets and how hot the wires get. As soon as you turn the bike on, it's charging 14 volts, which is good, which is correct. And these wires are all hot straight away, so there's a lot of current going through these wires. I don't know if it's a design flaw or what, but it is pretty crazy that they get so hot so quick. Anyway, so it charges its battery now. So I tied all this up. I've got all the nuts and bolts that have gone off for zinc plating. So when any rusty bolt that I find, I'm going to replace or get plated. I've got some rust repair here to do. I've got an idea for that in a later video. Under here, I might give that a paint under there in a later video. Box of tricks here. I'm going to clean and paint the radiator. It's not in perfect condition, but it's good enough. Good enough for my budget anyway. I'll give that a paint and that'll look like new. Give the fan a paint, that'll look like new. We've got some new mirrors to put on because the ones were damaged. So some new mirrors. And then these are just a box of bits, bearings, seals, old parts, old bits that need cleaning. All this stuff's going back on, it just all needs a good wash. So that's it. So 12 minutes in, that's the bike. I really like 4 weeks. Really want to get this done next 4 weeks. Get it built up, enjoy it, because it's not being cheap, being honest with you, to do all this. Build it back up, enjoy it, enjoy the summer with the bike. Maybe do a track day or two, a couple of track days would be nice. And then put it away for winter. And then enjoy it next year. So thanks if you've watched to the end. I appreciate that. And there'll be more videos coming soon on the SRAD. And also got the GSXR that needs building up, which I've started and not finished. Got the Honda that's waiting on forks. So yeah, catch you in the next one.